Hi, I'm Chef Sherry Ronning, and I'm here to show you how to make a grilled ham and cheese on a flat top griddle. I love a grilled ham and cheese, a good grilled ham and cheese, I should say. I hate getting grilled ham and cheeses where they're either burnt or they just are messed up. I eat grilled cheese sandwiches a lot. I love eating them out. And one thing when you're cooking, you need a good flat top griddle to cook on. You can make this in a pan on the stove. I prefer using my Blackstone Griddle. I have the electric one. I also have outside the gas Blackstone Griddle that I absolutely love. That you can make, and with this you can make several of them on here at a time. It is winter here right now in Michigan, so I prefer to use my electric griddle in the winter time, and then when in the summertime when it's nice and warm outside, I will use the gas griddle. So I'm here to show you how to make a grilled ham and cheese on the electric Blackstone Griddle. Very simple to do. One of my tips is when you're using the electric griddle, do not use metal spatulas, only use plastic. This is a porcelain top on here, and it is not, you will scratch your electric griddle if you use metal. So only use plastic. If you're using the gas griddle that's outside, the outside Blackstone gas griddle, then it is okay to use a metal spatula. But for today, we're just using the electric. We're going to use a plastic one. So only just a few things needed for a grilled ham and cheese sandwich. We have a good, nice, soft white bread. It's a farmhouse butter bread that I'm using. Softened butter. You need a couple slices of cheese. I'm using American cheese today. The cheeses you can mix and match it up. I've used American, cheddar, Colby Jack, mozzarella, provolone. You can probably just look in your refrigerator and see what you have for cheese slices and just kind of use what you have. So for today, we're just using slices of American cheese. And then I go to the deli department and I get freshly cut deli ham. So this is a good quality ham, very important. And then I have mine cut super thin. My family does not like thick slices, deli slices of meat, so mine is cut like at a 1 or even a little bit less if they'll allow it. So very important to get a good quality ham. So we're going to get started. This only takes a few minutes. I preheated the electric grill at 400 degrees. It's nice and toasty. I do not have the lid on mine. You can if you choose, if you would like to have the lid. But for this demonstration, it's pretty simple, and I'm just going to do it without. So the 2 slices of the soft bread, we are going to take the butter, and I'm just going to lightly butter one side of the bread. So you're going to use about a tablespoon, maybe on each side. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin. So having the right consistency and having it softened is very important. So then I'm going to do the other side. So as you noticed, I put that down on my plate, and then I'm going to flip it over to this side. And carefully just do a nice thin layer over the whole part of it. So you don't want to leave spots on there that you haven't done, because if you do that, then you'll have spots that aren't gonna griddle and get toasty brown on it. So I'm gonna flip it over. So on my plate, I have dry bread, butter on the inside and then dry on the top. So then we're gonna build the sandwich. I'm gonna take 2 slices of the cheese, 2 slices of the cheese, and just lay it like that on the sandwich. And then I'm gonna take 2 slices of the lunch meat, and I'm gonna kind of like wrinkle it up, and just so that it, I don't know, I just like to do it like that so it's kind of wrinkly, but you want to make sure that you cover the whole sandwich. So as you see, we have very little that's not covered here, and the 2 slices are mound up so it'll make a nice thick sandwich. Okay, so it's time to make your sandwich on the Blackstone Griddle. We're going to put butter side down very carefully like that. As you see, it's sizzling, so the griddle is nice and hot, which is what you want. And then I'm going to put dry side on against the deli meat and the butter side up. So I'm just going to let this cook. You're not going to fuss with it at all. I'm not going to press down on it. It is going to take just a couple minutes for it to get nice and crispy brown. You don't want it burnt, but you don't want it under toasted. So very important key, just let it cook. So this will probably take between like a minute and a half. If you're using the outdoor griddle, then you'll probably want it at medium heat, even maybe like low to medium heat. You don't want that too high because you don't want it, you want the cheese to melt in there. You want the sandwich to get warmed up. So you want to give it time for the outside to cook, as well as give it the time on the inside for it to get nice and warm and melty on the inside. So just be patient with it. This is a quick sandwich. You can make this in under 10 minutes. So, but just give it a chance to let it cook. So we will come back in just a minute and flip it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's been about a minute and a half, and we are going to flip this over very carefully. Nice and toasted, very toasted on this side. I'm going to use a spatula a little bit just to smush it just a little bit. We don't want to smush the bread on it. So very important not to, you want to get a good crispiness on the bottom of the sandwich, but you don't want to smush the sandwich, the insides of the what's on the inside. So we're just going to let that cook a little bit longer. You can easily pair this with some tomato soup or a soup of your choice. It is a very good sandwich all by itself. I like to serve it with just maybe some potato chips, or just all by itself. A lot of times I don't have anything with it. Sometimes we'll even make Mrs. Grass soup, just as a little simple chicken broth soup with some noodles with it. So very, very simple sandwich. If done the right way, it is a very good sandwich. I'm going to check it to see. Okay, we're going to let it go just a little bit longer. It's lightly browned on the one side. So this is where you want it to not rush it. So you want to make sure that you get a nice crispy golden brown on the outsides of the sandwich. Otherwise it'll be soggy. If it's lightly browned, it may be like not soggy, or it may be soggy from the butter not really getting crisp up. So just give it time, but you don't want to overdo it either. I've seen where people forget about it, walk away from it, and come back and they've got a burnt sandwich. So you don't want that. This sandwich is very quick and easy to do. Can be done in under 10 minutes. And so just make sure you have all of your stuff prepped up, and you can actually do several of them on this at a time. So I've done You know, you could do 4, maybe even 6 of them on here at a time. So if you're feeding a family, boom, in 10 minutes you can have dinner for everybody all at once, and everybody's happy. Nobody has to wait for anything. Ooh, perfect. Look at that. Look how golden brown is, just how you want it. The cheese is melty on the inside. I can see that it's nice and warm. When I picked it up, the heat came out of there. So, dilemma that you may have, do you like your sandwich cut in half, right down the middle, or do you like diagonal? Do you like triangles? So, this is what my family likes. We like triangles in our house. So we cut it from corner to corner, nice triangles. You can get, as you see, the cheese is melty. Both sides are nice and golden brown. Set it on a plate like that. Boom, there you go. A nice grilled ham and cheese sandwich. So delicious, especially on a cold winter day like it is here in Michigan. Here you go. Enjoy. If you like this page, if you like this recipe, subscribe to this page. Go to my website, frommichigantothetable.com. You can get all kinds of recipes there, Blackstone Griddle recipes, Midwestern cuisine recipes, and also smoker recipes. So make sure to go poke around my website. Enjoy your sandwich. This is so good. Love it. Enjoy.